Hey, good morning, y'all. Hey, this is Mr. Law Jones signing on with you this early morning. I hope all is well with you all. If you haven't done so yet, take a second to click like, subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the support. I got 5 brand new subscribers this week here. Thank you. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. I thought I was gonna be able to kind of, cool out this weekend here. It's really a beautiful day here in Dallas. It's about 80 degrees. I think it's supposed to get a high of 85 here today. So I'm definitely I thought I was gonna take advantage of it and, just kind of catch some fresh air. But now I decided I'm just gonna go ahead and do a little bit of work. So today I'm gonna do a little work on a 94 Cadillac Deville. This has a 4.9 liter V8 in it. So this doesn't have a North Star in it. This car here, I actually bought this car a little over a year ago. I'm actually second owner. It was a one owner car when I bought it. Bought it from an older gentleman out in Alabama. I went down to Alabama, drove it back to Dallas. So 625 miles one way, didn't have no issues with it. Put some money into it, just suspension stuff, just regular stuff that need to be done. It wasn't no quality related issue so much. It was just more of age related stuff. This car here, this car is hitting close to 30 years old. So I said, it's time to change some stuff out. So, and then most importantly, I don't like breaking down on the road. So that's not a good look. Those who have experienced that before, I'm sure we all have done so at some point in our lives. So it's definitely not fun waiting for a tow truck driver, wrecker, whatever. So, but today, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and address an issue that I've been having with this car for a while. Anybody who's a Cadillac loyalist, who's into these 4.9 liter engines, this engine was made in 91. They started in 91 and they went to 95. So at that time, this was a flagship motor for Cadillac. This is actually based off the old school 4100. Then over the years, they increased to the 4.5, and then the last version is this 4.9 right here. So a lot of people who's into these Cadillacs, like I said, these are very reliable engines. I've seen these engines get 250,000 with no problems on them. Like I said, just taking care of, just all of how you take care of your vehicles. This one here, like I said, still a baby. Like I said, this car again, like I said, has 67 on it. I bought it with 59. It's been a good car. I really love it. So today, like I said, what I'm doing on it, I'm be addressing this old power steering wire right here. I've actually replaced the power steering pump in this here, so that's not even my issue no more. One of the issues with these cars is the power steering lines, believe it or not. A lot of times it's the pressure line, so you may not have a leak or anything like that, but what happens is these cars or your trucks that get older, these lines, they get restricted, so they'll start collapsing from the inside out. And so when they start collapsing like that, what happens is you'll have a power steering wire on here because there's not enough fluid flowing through the system. So that's what I'm actually going to be taking care of. So I said, you know what, enough is enough. I said we need to go ahead and get this taken care of and do it that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and finally address this problem here, get it going. I got a few more things I need to do to this car to really make it perfect for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it up and get it started up real quick here. So if you hear it, you hear that little power steering wire on here. That is so annoying to me. I hate that. And I usually don't like to use the word hate too much, but this is definitely one of the words. If I had to use the word hate on the vehicle, this would be it right here. It's this damn wire right here. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. So, but like I said, if I raise the motor up a little bit, you can hear it. So that's what we don't want no more. So I'm gonna replace the lines on here. I'm gonna put a brand new power steering pump on there. So this won't be an easy fix at all, but I will be detailed as possible when I get ready to put this together and just kind of show you guys who's into DIY projects, even ladies that does this stuff sometimes. So yeah, I will be as detailed as possible. So like I said, so it will be multiple parts of this video being made on here on how to do this here. But I'm gonna get this car in the driveway and get it jacked up, flush out the old power steering fluid on there and start breaking it down. So y'all stay tuned with me and I'll be back at you soon. All right, I'm back again. All right, so I got the car, drove the car up on some jacks here after I flushed all the power steering fluid out of it. So what I got to do is I got to take the serpentine belt off, which is this right here. This is the belt tension here for this car here. They got a couple tools you can use for this here. They have a belt serpentine tool you can get. You can actually buy it, or you can rent it at your local auto parts store, your choice. Or what I'm going to be using here is a half inch ratchet here, and you're just going to go ahead and stick this in here as such. And then as you get it stuck in, so all I'm going to do is pull back on it like I'm doing right here. This will relieve the tension off that belt right here. So as you pull back, let me see if I can get this held here. See if I can set the phone down real quick here. So what I did was I slipped the belt off the power steering pump right here, and I'm pulling back on it. So that's it. So that's how that belt comes off of there. And you got a bolt right here. You got a bolt underneath. So this is 13 millimeter. I got to take this power steering pulley off of here. So I got my power steering pulley puller and installer. So I have to use that to get this off of here. So I'm gonna use that. This is actually plastic on this thing here. This pulley is plastic. So definitely have to be careful when I take that off and even installing it. So take that off, and like I said, we'll get ready to start doing this install. So I'll probably replace this pump on here, which I am going to replace it. So I'm going to replace that. I'll make sure I leave some part numbers in the description of this video today when I get done filming and all the good stuff. So that way you have it. So if you need these parts, you know, if you're going to do this type of stuff, or if you have someone do it for you, that's fine too. So but anyway, so that's it. So it's real tight down here, so it's not going to be an easy one, but I will be detailed as possible with it. So just stay tuned, and I'll be back with you so I start making traction. All right, so back again. So just about got the power steering pump pulley off of this car here, off this 94 DeVille 4.9 liter. So just coming to the last stages right here. As you can see it is slowly coming off. You see this pulley is no longer lining up with the rest of the pulleys on the car right here. And so I got this wrench right here. This is 13/16 right here. I got this here. I got this onto the core support of the vehicle right here. So that way I don't have to hold it. That way I can just turn it. And as I'm doing, I'm turning it. And then as slowly as I turn it, it's pushing it out. So that's what we're trying to achieve right here. Because this keeps slipping out here because we're close to the end right here. So all you're doing, you're just turning this way here as such. Get that back on here. Alright, tighten it back up. You want to turn it? Nope, that ain't it. So let's do it again. See what we got here. See if we got that good and tight. And then all we're doing, we're just turning it. And then as you turn it, it's going more looser. So that's what we're doing. So you just keep turning this here until this pulley falls off, and then that'll be it. So that's how they go. And then after I get this pulley off here, like I said, there's a 13 millimeter bolt right here, and then there's gonna be one underneath the bottom, and then there's a hard line that's right here where my finger is, where my index finger is at. So it's hooked up to this power steering line. That's actually a pressure line, so that takes a 5/8 wrench. So I'll show that in a couple minutes here as soon as I get this pulley off. So like I said, I'm doing this by myself. I don't have no one to hold camera for me today. So yeah, so let me get this off, and I'll be back with you. All right, so back one more time. All right, so got that pulley off here as I had described in the last part of that little video right there. That's it right here. And like I said, this is the hard line that needs to come off here. This is the pressure line here that I have to take off of here. This is actually hooked on the back of this. That's actually hooked underneath the bottom of the power steering pump. So like I said, it takes a 5/8 wrench to get that off. So just keep turning a few times here until it comes loose. And then once I get that off, I'm probably gonna have a little bit of remnants of old power steering fluid that's in there, even though I flushed it out and try to get much of it out as possible, but it's still gonna have a little leakage. But I got cardboard underneath the bottom, so I don't get out here and have oil anywhere on my driveway. So yeah, that's pretty much it as of right now. So like I said, I got that one line right here, which is a pressure line under the power steering pump, and then we got one right down here, and this actually clips into it, but it's actually conjoined with this power steering pump. It's actually hooked onto this reservoir right here. So I'm taking that off. I'm actually replacing that one too. So I'm replacing all these lines on here. So like I said, it won't be an easy fix, but it'll be a pretty good fix, so you don't have whining on these 4.9 liter Cadillac motors. So yeah, just stay with me. Like I said, I greatly appreciate the support, like I said earlier, and like I said, I'll be back with you. All right, so back one more time. I got the power steering pump off the car, and like I said, this is one of the lines that's getting replaced right here, as you see it's moving. So I may or may not have to take any additional parts off. I hope not. If I do, I most likely will have to take this alternator off right here. This belt tensioner assembly, this will have to come off, and probably an idler pulley down here will probably may have to come off. I hope not though, but I think I may be able to kind of move this around since it is. Hey, what's going on, YouTube? This is Mr. Law Jones signing on with you here this early morning. Happy Sunday to you all. Hope all is well with you. This is the final clip of this video here. This is the 94 Cadillac Deville 4.9 liter power steering pump replacement, power steering lines replacement as well. Ended up putting a pump on here back a while ago. Got it from one of the local parts stores here in the area, and to be honest, I don't think it was built right from the get-go, because immediately I started having wiring problems. This is a very notorious issue with 4.9s. 4.9 Cadillac engines, they tend to whine as they get older. But what I found out was I was intending to get a little bit more detail with it on how to do the power steering lines. But one of the things I will say is definitely not for the novice. I mean, I'm gonna tell you this right now, because on the front over here, about this being a front wheel drive V8 car, and the engine goes in sideways instead of the longitude, or as it goes in straight, as a lot of people call it, is a lot of confined spaces. And so when I'm underneath a car that weigh almost 4,000 pounds, you know, taking video is probably the last thing I want to do. But I mean, like I said, I'm willing to, you know, kind of show, you know, just kind of tell what needs to happen on how to do this type of repair. I ended up had to drop the subframe down on the rear end, on the rear part, getting towards the door. There's 4 bolts on there, which is 15 millimeter, and I had to take it down like 6 inches. So what I ended up doing, I ended up loosening one of the bolts on there, one of the 15 millimeter bolts on it. Took it down, took it all the way out, and screwed it in about 6 turns on there, just get 6 threads in. And then, like I said, I was able to take the rest of the other bolts down, and I just repeat that process. 4 bolts on the back, and then of course you had the ones in the front, but you don't have to take the ones on the front, you just do on the back. And the only reason I had to do that was because that's to get the access to the power steering line, because it's so tight in there. But like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and start up real quick. It's really raining out here in Dallas. It's about 75 degrees here, so we're gonna have rain all this week. So I'm gonna go ahead and start up real quick, let your ears not whining no more, and go from there. So get it turned on. And so as you hear, there's no whine or anything on there. Let me pop the hood on it. So it's real quiet. Sound like what a Cadillac's supposed to sound, nice and quiet. Ain't supposed to be noisy, you know. So water might get on the belt, so you might hear a little chirp here and there, but that's just normal. That's what happens when you get water anywhere. So yeah, but I mean, you hear no whine, no nothing. Very, very quiet. That's the way I like it. Give it race the motor up a little bit. So that's what we want right there. But I just want to do a walk around real quick here. I'm not gonna stay out in this rain too much longer because it's getting heavier out here. And this is it. Walk around to the back. Hear it. Sound like how it's supposed to. No whining mainly. That's really the main thing right here. So if you got any questions, anything like that, comments, man, please feel free to leave them. I'm here to help out if I can. But anyway, wherever you're at, hope you're enjoying the weather. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday with your family or by yourself, with your loved ones. Anyway, I'm finna get up out of here. Mr. Law Jones is signing out, and y'all take it easy.